Here we are. Hello, guys. Welcome to today. Also, it's a Friday evening, basically. Yes. Anyway, welcome to 1995. Welcome to 1995, when Fantasy Island was first made. So today we are going to look at the story behind Fantasy Island. Wait. We're going to start with that. This is our starter, basically. I'm going to watch it, you're going to enjoy it, and I'm writing about it, yep. Yes, we are, mate. Anyway, welcome to today. Hope you're having a fantastic day, whoever you are, where you are, and enjoy what you're doing. Welcome to a fantastic video. So we'll present to you, my good friend. That screen. I want you to subscribe. This screen wants you to subscribe to my channel. The channel is the same thing though. All you guys got to do is like and comment and subscribe. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna play this. This is a little story about Fantasy Island. I'm gonna chill in my basement. Enjoy watching this fun video. Don't worry, it's for everybody. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, enjoy. And it's got all stuff when it. So basically, this video is the story of Inglomelt and Fantasy Island when it was made. You all enjoyed this. It's about when it was all being made to a theme park. Fantasy Island at Inglomelt, Skegness. And we're going to do some stories and a bit about it. And we've got a little surprise, we've got a little notice at the end for whoever's going to the Chatsworth Country Fair. We're going to, no, we're not doing in this video, don't I? I think. Is there, plan? Yeah. Enjoy this. Please.
A building site on the Lincolnshire coast. A £25 million leisure development. Workers up against a tight deadline to catch the start of the season. The boardroom of the site's developers, Blue Anchor Leisure. All the trappings of success, model Ferraris and a couple of Queen's Awards for industry. But where is the chairman and chief executive? Well, actually, he's the man in the red coat. Multi-millionaire John Woodward is working on the site of Fantasy Island. When it's fully operational, it'll be the biggest development on the East Coast for nearly 60 years. Since last October, when demolition began, he's been at the controls of an army of workers transforming the seaside village in which he was born. Locals remember the young John as a likely lad.
The first time I saw John Woodward, he was sat on Sea Lane selling either mushrooms or blue stalks. He was like his uncles and mother, who was full of business. And of course, as you know, he still is. He didn't miss a lot, John didn't.
The leap from street vegetable vendor to millionaire really began in 1958, when he bought this patch of land from another entrepreneur in the leisure trade.
I just left school. I think I left school rather early, not getting on very well at school. And we had an opportunity to buy a piece of land off Billy Butlin, and which was down at the Anchor Lane corner. and we in actual fact purchased this piece of land, 7 acres, and it cost us £7,000, and that became Blue Anchor.
Within a year, he'd moved 30 caravans onto the small patch of grass, and now you can't move far on the Lincolnshire coast without passing a Blue Anchor sign. With more than 5,000 vans on 16 sites between Skegness and Mablethorpe, he's become one of the UK's biggest caravan dealers.
All your bags are £1, I'll sort them out where you like.
The next step up the ladder of fortune came with markets. The Eastgate Market in Inglemells pulled in more than 1 million visitors last year. It's the biggest 7-day market in Europe and boasts it has something for everyone, whatever their size. If it's wet, there are dodgy umbrellas.
Here are stolen goods at honest prices here today at Costamel Inglemells.
And if it's sunny, well, you can find a new pair of jeans. But the market's beginnings were a lot more modest.
We started in the market game some 14 years ago. In those days it was only Sunday markets, which were of course run illegally because of the Sunday Shop Act. We've had numerous tussles with not only the local authority but with the High Courts in trying to sort the rules out and bend the rules to continue in operation. With the company by now, at that time I had quite a lot of land spread up and down the coast. We was able to move from one piece of land to the other once the council caught up with us.
So with all these caravanners and shoppers pouring in, what did Inglemells have to offer for entertainment? Well, in summer, there's a beach. But out of season, it's more like this. So, last year, John Woodward set about providing some indoor entertainment, and first off the drawing board was Tiny Tots. The gala opening of the £500,000 development packed in the crowds, but much bigger was yet to come. For 3 years, he'd been visiting fairs, theme parks and other attractions around Britain and abroad. He'd been working on plans for a development as innovative as Butlins' first holiday camp, which came to Skegness 59 years previously. It's thousands of miles from Inglemells to Las Vegas, but it was that American city's Luxor Hotel that grabbed his attention. Its theming of everything from bedroom furnishings to rides was just what he fancied back home. So he decided, let's build a pyramid in Inglemells. It would be striking and it would be weatherproof. His tour had taught him that although the adverts looked like this, the reality is often more like this. The job of coming up with a theme went to the firm who designed the Tiny Tots village.
It's a designer's dream in some ways, also a nightmare in others, because once you start to let your imagination go wild on it, basically, you obviously create yourself a lot of technical problems. We're having quite a lot of meetings with the engineers and the architects to make sure that what we design, we can do something on paper in a model that's very easy and looks fabulous. Actually physically building that and producing a structure that will support it can be quite difficult. And also it's not just a film set, people have actually got to go in the buildings. So we came up with this idea of this lost island in the Bermuda Triangle, where lots of people have been shipwrecked over centuries. So we then can have a mixture of cultures. We can have magic, we can have fantasy, sea monsters, sea dragons, maybe bits of Jules Verne thrown in. So we have a complete mixture of architectural styles, an extremely sort of way out look to the place, but we feel it'll be very different.
While engineers weigh up loading levels and stress factors, Fantasy Island starts to take shape in miniature. All the buildings are shaped in clay, then the models sent to the site as guidance for the real builders.
We're building this for two purposes. First of all, it's actually a design tool that we can get the design right and we get the three-dimensional aspects. Secondly, it's then going to be a marketing tool that can show people what the project's going to look like before it's actually finished.
Meanwhile, down in Lincolnshire, just time for some last-minute touches to the artwork, and the Fantasy Island project is officially unveiled to the waiting media. Regional tourist officials are impressed.
We identified in the strategy produced 2 years ago the need for all-weather facilities, and this hits that mark precisely.
It's something that will attract people not only from the East Midlands area, but from the whole of the country, and I would think from all over Britain and maybe farther afield. It really is fantastic.
So now it's public, work can get underway, but hanging over everyone's head is the deadline. Opening day is just 7 months away.
It will be tight, there's no getting away from that. I'll get it done. Lots of people come here 1 week, and next week they come late. They reckon Annika Rice has arrived.
A nearby farmer's field becomes an improvised landing strip for the man from Space Deck who'll build the pyramid on site. His main worry is the wind. Too much of it and the lift will have to be postponed, and that would be rather expensive as the world's biggest crane is wending its way to the coast, all 29 lorry loads at a cost of £75,000 a day.
If we miss the date of the lift, we miss the crane, because that crane is going off somewhere else and it's then going off for 5 weeks' work on another project. And so if we don't hit our date, we won't have a crane to lift, and we probably won't have a client to pay us any money.
Well, the weatherman says it can only get better. And lift day has been set for February the 8th.
Assembled on the ground, and we basically make 4 sides of the pyramid, so that's 4 large triangles horizontally on the ground. From there they'll be lifted up into the pyramid format before then eventually being lifted into place in its final position on site. Today we've lifted 2 of the 4 triangular pieces into the air to try and form it into its pyramid shape. Well, yesterday's weather, as you know, was atrocious, and tomorrow's forecast to be not very good, so we're going to make the most of it and work into the night.
For the first time, but certainly not for the last, work goes on right round the clock. By morning, lift day -1, there is a new landmark on the Lincolnshire coast. Blue Peter have joined the rest of the media to record the biggest event in the history of Inglemells. It's always been a bit flat around these parts, so for anyone with a head for heights, there's a good climb to the top and a wonderful, if windy, view of caravans. The crane takes the strain and all is ready for tomorrow morning's lift. First light. It's cold, it's damp, but the wind is low enough for the lift to go ahead on schedule. press are out of their beds early, and cameramen prepared for a cold morning aloft.
Well, the wind was actually borderline all the way through, which gave the crane driver obviously some concern, and we had to move as quickly as we could, but obviously slowly to keep it safe.
It's a landmark now. Once we've got it up, just get the roof on it. It's definitely a very important part of it because it's going to be the centrepiece when we've completed the project.
Top attraction inside the pyramid is likely to be the IMAX film ride. Described as a virtual reality simulator, it surrounds the audience with film while pitching and rolling them in all directions. It was developed by the team who made the Back to the Future ride for Universal Studios. And Ingelmells beat off European competition to obtain only the second machine in the world. The first is in Las Vegas.
It's kind of a heroic project in terms of what they're doing here. IMAX is very impressed with John Woodward's business attitude, his ability to deliver on his word, and it's just also the time scale that John works in. Is, I use the word heroic, and that's a good word for what John's trying to achieve. In a very short period of time, they're leveling an area and rebuilding a mini Disney World.
But there's still a lot of work to do. Most of the 200 workers are local, but they've been joined by an American who's demonstrating thatching. He developed an all-weather aluminium thatch that's already in use on Disney parks.
It comes in sheets that are that have to be pulled apart, and once they're pulled apart, there's a solid tab at the top that is what is nailed or stapled into the roof, and then it's built up progressively in layers. And once it's built up, it looks like it's very realistic.
So realistic, in fact, that it convinced this starling that underneath the eaves was a very good place to nest. By March, the publicity machine is in top gear. The brochures are coming off the presses, the model's been completed, and Fantasy Island is about to be unveiled at the showcase of the British tourist industry, the British Travel Trade Fair at the NEC in Birmingham.
It's all indoors.
Well, that's what's needed, I think, with
That's
usual
right.
weather, isn't it?
And it's, if you like, it's totally different to anything that's been seen in Britain before.
Yes, absolutely.
And peeping through the crowd is the character helping put it on the tourist map.
It's the marketplace where you have to be seen, if you like, to present a new product to the industry. It's your way of developing forward. And we've also decided to pick today to officially launch one of the main central characters of Fantasy Island, which is going to be Captain Rhombus.
But there's plenty of competition about. Singing nuns are just one of many weapons in the frantic battle for publicity during the 2 days of the fair. So how do you compete with this? Well, Rhombus turns a few heads by mounting an assault on a much better established tourist emblem, the Jolly Fisherman from Skegness.
Something like Fantasy Island is very much a dream. It's in a person's mind, it's being built, it's coming together. But it's important for people to see that there is something real and realistic, and that's exactly what Captain Rhombus is able to do.
Back at Ingomells, spring has arrived. But snow soon melts and the village has acquired a new tropical look. To complement the pyramid, £100,000 worth of palm trees are being planted. They're imported from America by a company based in Bradford.
The foliage is a preserved foliage which is actually grown in parts of California. With natural juices, the sap is drained out. The preservative solution is then placed inside, along with an inherently flame retarded solution. So effectively the product then becomes embalmed.
With the new trees, the fantasy frontage is all but complete. But with only 3 weeks to go to opening, there's still plenty of work left to do. The mountain is taking shape under the pyramid, and outside, the rides are being erected. And a constant presence overseeing everything is the boss.
Can't help it, not my problem. Finish it.
It makes a hell of a difference. The men see me as I am, not as somebody above them. In certain cases, I work with them if it's necessary to speed the project along. And they know I'm around, they know my car's there. In other words, the boss is here, he's with us, he's working with us, and it speeds it along no end. I get on well with the lads, and that's the attitude I like to keep with them.
You can blank both them off. They're extinct. They'll still take water, but it doesn't go anywhere.
He's now on site 24 hours a day.
25. Eat and sleep, Fantasy Island. It's so involved now and so complicated. You get letdowns and interferences and delays with different people. It's inevitable that you get this situation. Whatever project we do, we find these last 3 or 4 weeks are a pain.
1 month to go, but the first customers are due tomorrow, inside a nightclub that looks far from ready. But 24 hours later, everything is all right on the night.
Load in, then you get it shifted then.
3 weeks to go, and surely this will never be finished. By now, the workers are on site at 6 in the morning, but the last things on John Woodward's mind are worries about not getting the job completed.
No, I'm already planning my next project now. Yeah. This one's finished as far as I'm concerned now. I can see the end of it, and I shall be here for a further month after the opening, and then I'll take 3 weeks holiday and then come back and let it rip into what I'm going to do next year, I suppose.
11 days to go. Blue Anchors say they're sticking to the opening date, but admit not everything will be ready. However, the first shops have opened for business, and the first takeaway.
Got hot mushy peas, fresh seafood.
The main rides are taking shape on what still looks suspiciously like a building site, but Fantasy Island is in royal mood today. The Duke of Gloucester is paying a visit and has a quick tour of the site before meeting some of the men behind the project. But the man behind it all isn't in the lineup for handshakes. He's too busy out on site.
Well, it certainly seems to have been approached with a great deal of enthusiasm. And there seems to be an awful lot of things going on, and I presume a great deal of thought has been put into how it's run.
I love the development. I love people appreciating it and saying, you know, how brilliant it is, and you know, I'm looking forward to when it's all operational and at night time when all the lights are on and the music's there, to say that's something that I've created, and it'll be there for a long, long time.
So there we are, just a story of Fan Sound, just thought we'd do it, why not? So anyway, we're going to have a little look at notifications. Turn you off. Please subscribe. It would be a lot to me. Joking. We are now going to have a look. So we are still in 1995. We're still in 1995. So most of this technology wouldn't have been invented. But we are using a time machine. This time machine here, you can't see anyway because it's all turned off. It's a time machine. Technology years ago, 28 years before. That was made in 2023, so that's 28 years before that was uploaded onto YouTube. So, yeah. Say 30 now. Yeah, 30 years. 30 years. Now. We are going to have a look at the history of Fantasy Island. We are going to have a good time because I just need it. Let me read all this out. Actually, that's the wrong fucking thing. Sorry. The wrong thing. Anyway. Yeah. Fantasy Island opened in 1995 on the site of a former car park following 3 years of construction. So basically it started in 1992, but then it was open 1995, and Mellors owns it to this day. So we are going to ignore that because that is just a bunch of So Fancy Island opened in 1995. The current wines we have got at the minute is the Apple Coaster, which was a temporary addition in 2021 when the inside of the pyramid was closed due to COVID restrictions, due to the indoor space with COVID after the lockdown in January 2021. Meant that no indoor spaces could be open until May 2021, basically. So that was bought, but then obviously it's stayed. Then we're going to have a look at the Jellykins coaster, otherwise known as the Wombus Junior. So basically this is a steel indoor kiddie roller coaster built by UK manufacturer WGH Transportation Engineering. Anyway, this ride you have to be between 100 and 160 centimetres, 39.4 and 63.0 inches to ride this. So if you're over 63 inches, you can't ride it. So anyway, this ride is a multicoloured track and support. There's a tyre propelled left, single train with 5 cars in each carriage with riders are arranged 2 across a single row, up to 10 people. The train is an enclosed vehicle. So basically before, yes. We don't need to look at that because yeah. Look at that. Millennium is a Millennium roller coaster, which was their last MK1200 installation, despite the Millennium, which opened in 1999 before the Millennium in 2000. And so basically, it's just like a colour. It's just like a nice ride. Basically, I won't go on it. So the ride contains of a chain lift tail, 100-foot tall vertical loop, sidewinder, helix, vertical loop, tristle, helix, with a max speed of 90 kilometers per hour and a height of 45.7 meters. Millennium is the 7th fastest and 4th tallest roller coaster in the United Kingdom. Millennium has a track switch for acceleration, accessing a transfer track. However, not transfer was built, and Millennium only uses one train only. The ride has a square-shaped layout which runs around the park's pyramid building. After the drop comes a vertical loop and a sidewind. Then the ride enters a helix which intertwines with Jubilee Odyssey sports infrastructure, riding some good head chopper moments. The ride that enters another vertical loop and finishes with another helix which swoops down just a level just above head height of those in the amusement park, frequently starting the unexpected public. 2018 was repainted yellow track and red support. It was it had this, but now it's this. Yeah. So that's where I go to look at the Odyssey, man. The Odyssey is one of 2 custom Vekoma suspended looping roller coasters. However, it's the only suspended looping roller coaster to feature on unique inversions and completely different track. The ride, the first details for this roller coaster was revealed in 2000. It was planned to be the tallest inverted roller coaster at a height of 81 metres with a 61 metre tall vertical loop, which would have been the highest inversion. The plans was reduced in scale, with the final coaster being 50.09 metres tall. The attraction originally opened as Jubilee scene of on 25th May 2002 to commemorate the Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. For the 2014 season, this was dropped, and the roller coaster is now called Odyssey in 2016. The colour scheme was changed from its red track with white supports to a yellow track and slate grey supports. 10 cars per train, each car rides, so you can ride about 20 people basically. So basically, go up the chain lift up, you drop down 124 foot tall, vertical loop, curb roll, horseshoe, side rider, helix, inline twist. So basically upside down. Right, that's fine. So let's look at Wombus Rocket. Wombus Rocket is a steel family powered roller coaster located at Fantasy Island, UK. Yes, obviously this was built as the same as Junior Wombus, which is Jellykins. Haha, don't know why I call it Junior Wombus. Minimum height 100 centimeters. Min height unoccupied 120 centimeters. During it doesn't matter. The ride passes over a Fantasia log film, which we're going to have a look in a minute. The elements of this ride has an helix and a twisted hill. So basically I have a helix that goes round and a twisted hill. Also, this is a powered coaster, so it doesn't need a chain lift tail. But it's a power coaster. It just is, isn't it? So power coasters don't need a chain lift tail. Alright, look at Snowdrift. Let's see how much. Snowdrift is a steel spinning wild mouse roller coaster. Don't one way. The coaster also believed to have an extended layout identical to spinning coaster XXL, however common and unusual. So this ride has a chain lift tail, block brake, 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 bunny out, block brake. Single cars. Riders are arranged 4 across in a single row for total 4 riders per car. Could say height on this one. It's just so basically it's just like Ice Mountain, Snowdrift. Yeah. It's got hundreds of block brakes. We're gonna have a look at this Fantasy Mouse. Magic Mouse, this used to be at Fantasy Island. This, Fantasy Mouse. So basically it used to be this Fantasy Mouse. And let's look at. So this is the first model, which is now located at Dreamline Margate in Dreamline Margate. This coaster opened in 2000. It was relocated in the park for 2016. It was reopened on the 12th of March 2016 after the season. It was removed and replaced by an identical looking one, but yeah. So then it was closed in 2016. Then it was moved somewhere else, Dreamland Margate. Then it came back for one season, then it was replaced by Ice Mountain. So this is the first model. This is the second model, the Magic Mouse, Fantasy Mouse. That's the first model, that's the second, and that's the third one, the Ice Mountain. Obviously, there is no Ice Mountain. The Ice Mountain opened in 2019 and closed in 2020. And obviously it's back as spinning coaster, Snowdrift. No, it don't matter, this is just not working. Vacuum, nothing. Spinning Racer! Only lasted till September. It's a still spinning Wild Mouse coaster. So it's basically like Alton Towers, Sonic, whatever it is, Alton Towers Spinball Wizard. Yeah. Just lasted 12th of April till September, then that way after 6 weeks. 2 rows of 2. Yeah. The balloon is a hot air balloon ride built by UK manufacturer WHG, the same as Wombus Rocket. Opened in 1996. 120 centimetres unoccupied. 4 people per belong there. Dizzy Bees is made by Zampera, a junior suspended whip. So basically like the thing you hold in your hand like a whip. A whip bouncing bugs. Zampera opened in 2017. I didn't know this, the carousel is 30 years old and made by Bombard. Marbury. Yeah, I didn't know this was 30 years old. Yeah, nothing. Aeroplanes, 9 centimetres, Maiden House by Fantasy Island, Junior Aeroplane, it's like a small one basically, so it's so much stone, which we'll have a look in a bit anyway. The Caterpillar opened in 2017, Zampera, the crazy bus like Bertie the bus at Drayton Manor. Yeah, 24 people per cycle. It's made by Zampera. Dodgems! Opened in 1999 and made by Gusto. Bumper car. Dodgems. 2 riders per car. Riders, you must be at least 110 centimetres tall. Riders must be 130 centimetres to drive. So basically, you can drive your Dodgem if you're 130 centimetres. Over 130 centimetres, basically, you can drive your Dodgem. The Elephants, which I like, which I love, can still go on, is made by IE Park. It's a mini flight. I opened in 2004. Dodgems opened in 1999. This is opened in 2004. 21 years old. So Fantasia. Opened in 1999. However, 90 centimetres, the minimum, and 140 centimetres. So if you're between 9 centimetres and 140 centimetres, if you're alright. But it's just if you're over 140 centimetres, you're too big for it. Say I can't go on either because I'm on 30. made by Ideals, which this company which is going bankrupt. The ride did have some of its jungle some of the cars on Fantasia are from Jungle Trucks. After the ride got scrapped in 2016, was replaced by Jungle Adventure, which was the Pony Express, which was moved out. It moved inside, basically the Pony Express. So look at Fantasia. Let's look at Fireball. The Fireball is a teacups wide built by entire Mel Park, going located at Fantasy Island. You need to be at Mel Park, yeah. A Cannibal Plots, 45. And opened when COVID-19 happened. Opened the COVID year 2020. However, its top was missing, so it was fully topless. No, man, not a shirt, mate, but yeah. One of my favourites, The Guardian. We'll leave The Guardian. We'll leave that last. Glow. We'll leave that last. The Guardian is basically a rowboat arm, 140 centimeters tall. If some people are 195 centimeters, which I'm hoping I'm not, it's too tall. It's made by Simworks, rowboat coaster, which we're going to have a look at it. Opened in 2022. Guardian. The Glowworm's just basically like a rocket tug made by Zamperla Rocking Tug, and opened in 2017. Mr. Harrington Flint's Island Adventures, he opened in 2022. It's manufactured by ETF Ride System. It's a mystical mover. It's enclosed, trackless dark ride. Jungle Adventures, which was the Pony Express, which opened as Pony Express, opened in 2004. Basically, that's a good place to put it, near the volcano. That was in 2008, actually. I was still alive that time, but I won't be able to go on my side. It's made by Pony Trek, built by SBF Visa Group. So it's Pony Express, 2 riders per vehicle. Depends now if you're an adult it'd be 1, but it's the one. It replaced the Jungle Trucks in 2017, as the Jungle Trucks last year was in 2016 before it was scrapped. Yeah. Now this lives inside and it's under cover. Fantasia log flume is a log flume built by same company as Wombus Rocket. Currently opened in 1995. Is a flume ride, which was named Fantasia Flume, but then it was changed to log flume and was repainted as log flume. Yeah. Everybody's favourite Seaquarium is a dark boat. Built yet, same place. Opened in May 1995. And it's a relaxed and it's a chilled and relaxing ride. So if you've got any kids, this is the ride for you to go on. We'll show you a bit. It's basically it's just if you've got any child, it's just for chill. It's chill for kids. Could chill out because it's a very nice ride. Seaquarium. Mantis. This was cut with a couple of times due to COVID-19. And as a result, it just were. So it was in COVID. It was there, but then it was turned round. It was turned facing right due to COVID-19, and all the market was fenced off. So basically, it was all fenced off. Like it was built by Zampala Jr. Opened in 2017. Stayed that way till 19, and it was turned facing another direction. So it was facing south, then it was facing west, because they had to close off the entry like how it is now. But COVID-19, you couldn't go from Market to Ryde. This is Whitewater. This is some of what's not made by Whitewater West Mystical Dragon Mountain, which is at its layout a couple of times changed, opened in 1995, and is the oldest ride in the park, I think. I'm joking, it is. I'm joking. I'm messing around with you guys, but yeah. Yeah, opened in 1995. Then in 2017, because they want to put this golf course, it means Seacrame's layout to be cut short, and this one. So where you come out the tunnel, you just now turn right into the old staff building. Seastorm, Mac Rice, Seastorm, opened in 2017. This was at Newcastle a couple of years ago. And it's owned by Mellors. 120, yeah, that's, I'm not bothering. I don't care. His old good old friend Techno Jump opened in 2008. Met a cup of juice. Sartor produced Techno Jump and Smile. Yeah. That's one friend. Time Machine's just basically magic. The ride was built in 1993 and reused the platform from the Rocken and Schwarzhoffmann Valley. So this was actually made in 1993 originally. The ride travels until 2003, and it was sold to this company for 2004 then. I operated in a different country till 2009. The ride was put storage until 2014 when it was sold to showman Mr. Jamie Mellors, who operated the ride in Globe Village in Dubai, Fancy Island in the UK, and not Screw Fair in 2017 and 18 it began. It was upgraded, so basically it's opened in 2018 at Fancy Island's Magic. It was upgraded because it had technical problems, automatic cycle. Then in end of 2024 it was sent for a full refurbish, then the ride came back in 12th of July 2025, but then it just should have opened on 24th of July, but then it was just delayed by a week so due to technical problems. So it's just brand new. Out of the box. It's a Huss tops. It's a Huss Magic. Huss Magic. Huss. Two Contours is a Ultra Technic monorail opened in 1995. The old station now, so where you just go up this curve on your left, the station used to be there. However, because the more arcades, the station had to be moved further back to where near to the Dragon Mountain exit, and near the Dragon Mountain's entrances now. Now, if you get off, if you're one person who wants to Dragon Mountain, you can go on Two Contours, then go to Dragon Mountain, because the exit for Two Contours is literally next door to Dragon Mountain. Just KT Enterprise opened in 2000, had some refurbishment, then it's just been moved around loads of times around the park. Volcano SNS Worldwide. Is there a drop tower? Basically, no, it's not a drop tower, it just shoots you up in the air. An SNS Worldwide Space Shot drop tower. No, well, really, it shoots you up in the air. It used to tip in new seats were installed. We used to tilt a 45-degree angle, but now it don't. It's just normal now, unfortunately. Wild Wolf Rapids is the last one what's currently open. Wide opened in 2009 in Lightwater Valley. But then it was removed at the end of 2020, and at the park's reforces young visitors. It returned the original owners, Mellors, and we relocated to Fantasyland in 2022. This ride is made by Weathercon, and it's a spinning waft. It's just like Alton Towers, basically. Well, let's look at all these water closed. Amazing Confusion. This ride is now scrapped. Opened in 2004, now it's closed in 2017. No, that's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Opened in 2004, closed in 2007, now it's scrapped. Then Amazing Confusion in storage. Beast currently traveling in the UAE. Crazy Clown, scrap. Crazy Clown Ride, scrapped in 2003. Disco Rider, relocated to Lightwater Valley. Eye on the Coast, First Wheel Travel in the UK. Frisbee, in storage at the moment. G-Force, opened in 2002, then closed in 2003, then sold back to... Let's have a look at G-Force, because it's had some good history. It was closed, it opened for 2 seasons and it closed. Then it did 2 seasons again, but it was closed, but it was scrapped. Gallipers, Traveling UK, Fuka-Kula Crazy Island, Traveling Sweden, Jets, closed at the end of last year. Relocated to Scaling Theatre. Jumping Frogs, Southern UK. Jungle Trucks scrapped, and spare parts for, and some of the rides and some of the cars are now being used as flares and Fantasia. And this thing, Monkey Jump, Whitewater Valley. Sapphire Trains, unknown. Starflyer is still at the park. I don't know why it's been put down. Toxy-Turvy. Yeah. Charlie UK. Chris there. Different Trista. Traveling UK. Wild Sing. Learned. Traveling Denmark. In storage at the next Turbulence. So this one got scrapped though. Grey Conway. Inside Race event was scrapped in 2003. After the season ended in 2003. The Turbulence then was announced at Blackpool, so this it's Blackpool in 2000, opened in 2004. It's 2011 at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, known as Bling. Then it was later sold to Sky Park in Germany in April 2012, and they Skyjet. The Traction left at the end of 2019 season. The ride was later returned to UK and was purchased by Fancy Island, being planned to open 2020. However, it's yet to be assembled. So this is what should be at Fancy Island now. The Turbulence. Got its iPhone bling. Yeah, so I'll look at all that. Let's look at Guardian. Let's look at Guardian. Let's look at Guardian, guys. Guardian. Well, let's look on Heart Rate. So basically it's a sale something like that. And that's the dragon what's looking at you. And this is the castle, the entrance. This is the entrance. Wait, before we go into the castle. This is from bottom of the pyramid. Basically, you've got this guy looking at you. See what you're up to. If you're up to how good or not. You're probably not. I'm joking. The guy's entrance is located at the Seaquarium, so if anyone wants to ride on the Guardian, it's located at the Seaquarium. Yeah. So this is inside the queue. A big knife and fork. Fuck me. Yeah. So this is the this is just got loads of nice stuff. So when you get onto the ride, if you're coming from the stairs, so basically this used to be the cafe. So this, before this came, it was a cafe on your left. So ignore this. Sorry. That used to be a cafe. So ignore where the entrance is. That was just the band stairs for when the them stairs have been there since 1995. Lying down there. And these are the seats they sit on. Now, when you sit down, you're gonna turn back. You'll go on your back. Then you'll spin left, then drop onto the screen behind, which is there. Nice seats. Yeah. Right, screen there. So these are your CCTV. That's your CCTV basically. So if you're caught messing about, you're on camera. If you're caught messing about, you're on camera. Good. So then the eyes. I forgot to look at this ride. There is a ride called the Play Area, which closed because of COVID-19. Or closed because of COVID. Closed because of COVID. Closed because of COVID. Closed because of COVID. Someone set COVID off. And so it was just closed the year. So we just closed 19. So yeah, COVID. So anyway, guys, I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun messing about because it's a fancy house. We're gonna show you this player which closed because what's had to close because of COVID-19. So it's called Adventure Soft Play. So basically, before the Guardian turned, it was called a play area. It was a play area. And well, because of COVID-19, so basically the attraction, this is one of the attractions which was affected because of COVID-19. As a result of it closed, which was closed at the end of 2019, but due to COVID the next year after, the ride just did nothing for the entire season. As a result, it's been removed at the end of the 2020 season, before being replaced by the Guardian the year or two after problems with chip from China. After having some problems, teething problems over 2021, the Guardian, which replaced this beautiful play area, which kids just used to play on, like, yeah. I'm hiding this in this corner because I've had enough of life. Nah, I'm joking. Yeah. So this is what I could go with. It was only the affected because of COVID-19, but yeah, COVID-19 lost man. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So it was affected with COVID-19. As a result, it was closed. I was just trying to think, guys. I don't know what to do. So this is the other one that was affected because of COVID-19, which we're going to have a look in a minute. It's the mini dodgems. This thing. So small that I went on it when I was a child. I didn't know they put kids' bumper cars on for sale. I might buy one day. I didn't know they put them on for sale. I might just buy a bumper car. Yeah. I might buy one day. For real thing that. I know. So the mini dodgems basically. This was another one what was affected because of this was another one what had to close due to COVID-19. Just like a small the people who couldn't get on. So any kids who couldn't get on the actual dodgems themselves because of the height. But the kids what were too little to ride these big dodgems, what are currently there, was able to, a smaller option like the mini dodgems. That was closed at the end of 2019 season. However, same with the Adventure Soft Play. It was standing but not operating throughout the 2020 season due to COVID-19. COVID-19. Which unfortunately most of us had to go through. People like born in 2022 or just like 3-year-old kids in 2023 were people born the other day. They will not remember this COVID disaster. So obviously the ones that had to go because of COVID-19 was not actually listed. The Adventure Soft Play was not listed. So however, the Adventure Soft Play was scrapped due to COVID as a result of the fate of COVID-19 having to close. Thanks, COVID. You're bogging it again. So with the COVID-19 effect with COVID, results of it being closed. So now it's just scrapped. The mini Dodgems was actually scrapped, but now used as spare parts for other rides. And since been used as spares. So I'm just gonna move this forward because it's annoying me. Yeah. So yeah. So the rides what were affected with COVID were just listed. They were scrapped. No, the mouses, the what's it's been scrapped. The mini Dodgems because that's been used as spare parts for big Dodgems. Used as spare parts. The carts was just stripped to spares basically. Now it's spare donors. The Adventure Soft Play was just scrapped. It just went to a complete scrap. At the end, I do apologise because saying it, so I don't know what's behind. That's why I do not like running me a big show in front of thousands of people. Thousands of people. Let's look at Captain Jack's. That's Captain Jack. So that's where Fantasy's going to celebrate their 30 years in that day. All going to be going to their partying, drinking. Not me. Anyway, let's just look at. Let's have a look at this Skegness Fantasy Island, Skegness Pier, which are both. Let's carry on. So. So yeah. Hey, I just get through, but yeah. Managed just to get through. So basically, we are going next Friday to Skegness, but however the 30th anniversary is on the Saturday. We're going the day before and spending 2 nights in Skeggy. Nice. However, it's just going to be a family going as well, or it's just one person in my household. Because my editor can't go at the minute because he's broke his skin, so yeah. You're on, guys. I just woke up. Now I'm not going to bed, but I feel like it. Yeah, I have some more time let's say, because don't know, I can hear our screen, guys, but it's not going to affect us. So Last thing. Very last thing. Some of these outside says. Yeah. Some of these old photos when they were making it. So that's basically it. Yeah. The sprocket. All period, it looks better to what we've got now. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that used to be very nice, that did. Yeah. 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 You could pause this, but yeah. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take care. Like and comment, and we'll see you all in the next video we make. I think. Probably not. Subscribe, enjoy, and thanks for watching, and see you later. Peace out. That sounds so nice. Take care, subscribe.